Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prospero Pod, the podcast that focuses on the people of Prospero Health. I'm Nathan, your host, and today I'm joined by Nancy. She has come to talk to us about her time with Prospero Health and what her life has been like with the company. Nancy, it's good to have you.
Thanks for having me, Nathan. I appreciate it.
No problem. So I want to kind of talk about you and your time at the company. So let's just start by telling the listeners how long you've been with us and what your role within the company is.
Sure. I am a learning and development specialist, and I've been with the company since the end of September.
All right. Well, good deal. So is this your first job in healthcare, or would you say that you have previous experience in the field?
I would say that I have somewhat previous experience in healthcare, working in the pharmaceutical industry. But this is really the first time that I have direct access with clinicians that are affecting, with patient care, which is really pretty important to me. So I'm happy to have this opportunity.
Oh, we're definitely glad that you're here. So how do you think that those previous roles that you just discussed kind of propelled you into your career with Prospero Health?
I think it gave me a little bit of knowledge just in terms of the industry. But what I think helped me the most to take this role is my personal experience with what my life journey has brought me to where I am now in my career. And I really wanted to align myself with a company that was more than just, yes, we're a business, and it's important that we want to be profitable. But it's bigger than that. And our mission and our values speak to that. And that is what spoke to me when I was interviewing. And now that I'm training as a learning and development specialist, that's my role, to help prepare our employees to be the best that they can be out, whether they're out in the field as a clinician or as one of our care support specialists supporting our clinicians to help our patients. That is what inspired me to work here.
Well, I think that's really great. And I completely agree with the mission part of that. But with that being said, everyone has a why. I know that's a really big thing that to all you listeners, if you end up joining the team, Prospero is really big about your why. So Nancy, let me ask you why you decide to stay with the company. What's so enticing about it that keeps you here?
That's a great question. It ties back to the bigger picture for me. It's because we're doing something for the greater good of people that need our help in their greatest hour of need in their life when they're facing a serious illness or condition. And knowing firsthand as a former caregiver for a loved one, it is a very, very trying time. And to be able to, in some small way, as a trainer, to empower our employees to help our patients, that's, you can't put a price on that.
I would completely agree with that statement. We talked about kind of the overall why, what brought you here. But I think a lot of listeners that are looking at a potential career with Prospero Health would like to know, what does the day-to-day look like in your position?
The day-to-day is ever changing. I could have a to-do list and have it all mapped out, and by 8:30 a.m. it's completely changed and flip-flopped, and that's okay. And
the joys of a startup, right?
Exactly, the joys of a startup. And you have to be all right with that. And that took some, I'll be honest, it took a little getting used to for me. But you just embrace it. And that, along with the incredible caliber of individuals, that coworkers, teammates that are alongside me, helping, we just help each other and we figure it out. That is what makes dealing with those ever-adjusting day-to-day activities that get shifted around, make it okay, because we're in it together, and we're all focused, we're in the rowboat with the oars in the water, going in the right direction, and we've got each other's back, so that means a lot.
So you do think that there's plenty of team camaraderie in the company?
Well, teamwork is one of our values, and absolutely, I do. I've seen it in action. It's not a lip service. I have seen it in action, and that speaks volumes.
Well, that's great. I know that, that sounds like it's probably one of your favorite parts of the job, but my next question for you was, what is one of your favorite parts of your job?
I love when I am facilitating. Like, I love the creating a training module, but the facilitating part where it's that one-on-one, or when I'm in a classroom setting where either I'm implementing a soft skill training or a systems training, it really doesn't matter. It's what it is. When I can see the connection or a light bulb moment, or it's an aha moment for the participant, and they look at you like, wow, that just makes so much sense, or what I just learned is going to make my job so much easier. When that happens, it makes all of the other changes and the schedule chaos shifts and all of that other stuff, it's nothing. That's no big deal. Because when you see that aha moment for that person, that's like, yes, we got it.
So you think that that's probably one of the most rewarding parts of your job?
Absolutely, because we've made that connection, and I'm so passionate about that. I'm so passionate about, learning and development is so critical, and we never, ever stop learning. And it's important to have a growth mindset and to be hungry for knowledge, no matter what it is. And I always say that, especially in like a soft skill, what you're going to learn today, where we want you to apply in your professional world, but we also hope that you can also apply in your personal life too. So it's important, because we need to have work-life balance, and so we hope that we're able to provide those skills to our employees, that they can take those and better their lives.
So this is more than just a 9-to-5 job for people.
It is for me, because, and I think about it all the time. It's like, this would be a good topic to help someone. It's just, that's the bottom line. The bottom line for me is I'm passionate about helping other people help themselves to better their lives, to bring joy and happiness into their life. So, and that's how I do it.
And I think that's all you can really ask for in the healthcare industry, is just people that care.
Right.
And on that topic, our mission is actually to empower people to live their best lives now. What does that mean to you?
Well, that means in order for our people to help our patients be empowered to live their best life, we, as leaders in the organization, as employees in the organization, have to empower our employees. And we do that through training and development by providing the best resources, the best tools, the best systems, the best that they can do their job efficiently and effectively. And that's what this company's done. I mean, anytime I have gone to leadership and said, I need this to help do my job better, so this will be more effective, they're like, okay, here you go. Let's make it happen. And I'm like, really? That was it? I just, it's that important. And that, once again, action behind the words. And that's incredible.
I completely agree. I've been with the company for a couple of months now, and just the communication between the leadership team and their trust in their team members is really great. And honestly, that's where I wanted to shift our focus for the end of the podcast to round things out. I want to ask you, how do you feel about the transparency within the company, whether it be with the leadership to the team members, the expectations of all the team members, and just other things like that in the company?
That's a great question. And I think it's important for anyone that is considering to come on board that they know what a company culture is, because we spend so much of our time at work. And you need to make sure that your values are aligned with the company's values. And what I have found here in my experience here is the company and their leaders are very transparent and caring individuals, and people that I can give you a personal example. I was in New York City delivering training for 3 weeks in a row to the clinicians, the team in New York City, along with 2 other facilitators. And the team here in Memphis was incredible. Checking in, are you okay? How are things going? What do you need from us? I felt the support all the miles away, and it was good. It was really good, and it makes me want to work even harder because I don't want to let them down.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if you're working for the people around you, it's more than just, clocking in, doing your job, and then clocking out. I think that's really great.
Yeah, exactly. It's so much more than that. And everybody's doing that. Everybody. It's not even, and that's one of my expressions that I hate. That's not my job, right? I've not found that to be true here. It's all hands on deck. What can I do to help you? I don't know how to do that, but if you need help, I'll do it. Just show me what I need to do. And that's what I love about this place. I mean, everybody is so roll their sleeves up. What can I do to help you? And what resources do you need? Let's make it happen. And that is what it takes for a startup. And that's what's exciting. To be in on the ground floor, it's this stuff that gives you goosebumps, that you're just like, yeah, this is awesome. Just see it at this level. I mean, yes, it's stressful, but it's rewarding at the same time. And when you've got such a great team of people around you, and we'll figure it out. And that's what I like.
At the risk of sounding repetitive, I completely agree with that. I think everyone here at the company really just works hard day in and day out, works for each other, works for the patients that we serve every day. And I think on that note, a lot of the listeners are going to be asking themselves, well, is this job right for me? Should I be considering this company? And in your eyes, who do you think that this job is right for?
That is a really good question. I think because it's hard, when you're interviewing with someone, it's just maybe an hour or two, you don't, maybe a couple of interviews, and it's hard. I think first and foremost, we're looking for people that are empathetic, have an empathetic heart, and but also that are willing to work really hard for people beyond themselves. Does that make sense?
I think that makes complete sense.
This sounds it's like the greater good of just making someone else's life better. At the risk of sounding very cliche, that's what it is.
Because, at the end of the day, you can teach someone the skills to do the job, but you can't teach them how to care. So.
Right. Yes, absolutely. We can teach someone empathetic statements and how to be empathetic, but I do think that a core person that has empathy and what I found, and most of the people in this organization have some background stories that they get it. They get it. And they've either been a caregiver or they've had a loved one that is going through a serious illness or had a serious illness, and they've seen firsthand the struggles that a family goes through, a loved one goes through, and they know we can make a difference. And in this palliative care industry, it's so needed. And that, just knowing that we're going to be doing that, it's incredible. So if you want to be a part of that, come on, line up. We're ready. We need someone that is excited, that's ready to push their sleeves up, that's not afraid of hard work, but will be rewarded with the idea of knowing that they're going to make a difference. And, I saw this quote and it made me think about like a caregiver's role or even a patient's role, that when they deal with a serious illness, that just because someone's handling or carrying a heavy load doesn't mean it's easy.
That is absolutely right.
And because it's not. It's not. And, but we're here to help carry that load and to walk alongside those family members and patients. And it's just, what a privilege and honor to have that opportunity.
Well, Nancy, I think that's about as powerful as we're going to get. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up with that question. You have been such a great guest. Thank you so much for coming on today.
I appreciate the time, Nathan. Thank you.
And to all of you listening, I hope that you found this podcast helpful today. If you would like more information about employment with our company, feel free to visit prospero-health.com or contact us at jobs@prospero-health.com. And you can also find more information about our team when you visit our Indeed, Glassdoor, or LinkedIn pages to view our available positions. So thanks again for listening, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whatever it may be. And we'll talk in the next one.